Okay. Um, Hello, welcome to my show. I'm doing. Okay. I'm making the same mistake again as I did last week. I'm doing. All right, here we go. Fix it. Fix it. All right. So there's a lot of things that happened this week, and I want to go ahead and talk about those things that happened. And of course, I forget to blind myself and all things great. Um, So today I'm going to go over what happened. So what happened with Bitcoin? We lost trend. We held the level. And the question is, do we go back in? Um, so that is what I'm going to discuss. Another thing is I'm not actually going to really do a lesson. I want to give you a perspective of where Bitcoin is now and where it can potentially go. So never, like everyone is saying 100,000 K Bitcoin, but I want to help you guys help explore how big potentially Bitcoin can get. And it's not just Bitcoin. We're talking about all markets within Bitcoin, including the gaming. There's video streaming and Web3 items and stuff like that. And I will touch a little bit on base with Ethereum. There's to me that's a little bit sketchy, but at the same time it's bullish. So I'm gonna go over those things, and afterwards I'm gonna go ahead and take the Q&A. All right. So let's go ahead and bring this up. Let's bring this up. Um, okay, that is not what I want to talk about first. Market sentiment. Okay, so market sentiment is 25 right now. It's gonna update in like the next 21, 22 hours right from here. So we're really low. We're really low. We hit with today we're 25. Yesterday we were 16, and like the day before that it was like 15 or something like that. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So 25 today, 16, 18. Okay, so we hit a low. And why this happened is that because there was a massive shakeout in the leverage market, leverage futures and all that. There was just too much leverage. So there was just whales doing their thing and flushing everybody out. So this is why I chose this topic today to go over it. So we hit a low. So whenever you smell whenever you see fear, and maybe you do have a sixth sense, you smell fear, it is actually a time to buy. When you see people capitulating, that is the time to buy. And I actually have a reminder to myself to buy when people are in that region. So that is my like when to buy, Sky, that kind of thing. And maybe you need a similar chart like that to remind yourself that you don't want to be the guy that buys at the top, right? We want to buy low, sell high, or maybe you buy high and then you sell higher. I think that's the phrase they use often in the stock market. So after, so okay, so now I'm gonna go over. I did get a little bit of recognition during this entire week. So okay, so here's what happened. I made this tweet, and what it was is that I'm actually a huge believer in Cardano. Okay, this is just my opinion. Okay, you don't need to you don't have to go buy Cardano. Which, by the way, Cardano finally moved after months and months and months just doing nothing. So I don't want to say months. Months is wrong. Weeks of doing nothing. Okay. But Cardano is on the move. Sunday Swap is coming out. Right now it's on testnet. So we don't know. I don't know what to expect, but it looks like there is some very good development happening, which brings me to this chart. This chart I made with sentiment .org or .net, and I just made this chart for myself, and then I just posted it on Twitter. I wasn't thinking about anything added. I wasn't thinking about anything when I was making this chart. I was just like, it was mostly for me, and then I just like, okay, I'm gonna just post this chart out. And then it just kind of a little bit blow up while I don't know, like, well, I don't know, Twitter I got a lot of retweets on it and a lot of likes, so that was awesome. So but what I'm trying to say in this tweet is and this is why I'm kind of a little bit not so happy with Ethereum, because I look at Solana. Solana just has a whole bunch of developers on their network now. Cardano is this line right here, this green, and they're number 2. Okay, they're number 2. Ethereum is number 3. Okay, they're number 3, and Polkadot's number. And the rest is just kind of they're trending down. They're not trending down, but they're actually trending up. So what I'm trying to say here is that the brain power, okay? Because when I say developer activity contribution count, we're talking the brain power of people going onto an ecosystem. Okay, they're going onto an ecosystem to contribute, not their smarts, their brains. They're using their, not just their capital. They're using the most important capital in their life, their time, to help make an ecosystem better. Okay, Solana has a lot of the smartest, the brightest people on their ecosystem to make Solana better. Okay, and Cardano is number 2. This is a huge competition between Ethereum. Okay, proof of work and proof of stake going on right now. This is I want to say it's a war, but this is definitely something to see. I'm not going to try to go ahead and go into politics, but there is something going on that's a little silly. Okay, so that was my tweet that went a little bit viral there. Next up, okay, so this is where my lesson kind of comes in today, where all the money in the world is in a chart. So because I thought charts, hey, charts is kind of fun. So here I am. And this is just like, this was written in 2017. I couldn't, if you guys do find something a little bit more updated than the 2017, you can go ahead and let me know. But what I'm trying to say is that Bitcoin is still very, very baby. And when I say baby, we're talking about, oh my God, do I have a penny? Do I have a penny? I can't, okay. We're talking about a penny, okay? A penny, all right? Bitcoin is like a penny. And you may be thinking like, okay, Bitcoin is like, what is it, 50,000 right now? 50,000. So Bitcoin at 50,000 is like, you're calling me like, oh, Bitcoin is a penny. How's Bitcoin a penny? So this chart will help you visualize, and that you can realize the long-term gain, a long-term growth of where Bitcoin can go. Okay, Bitcoin is still in the early stages. Okay, so comparing the market the market to make the markets, okay? Money in the market. So we got silver, 17 billion, okay? 17 billion, that's it, right? Each of these little tiny squares, hold on, maybe I can make this bigger. All right. So these little squares represent 100 billion. That's a lot of money, okay? So silver is like roughly, let's say that, okay? It's not even. Maybe it is. I don't know. World's 17 billion. Okay, 17 billion. Cryptocurrency, 100 billion for Bitcoin. The rest 45 billion, and Ethereum 28 billion. Okay, that's a little small even for me. I'm gonna go ahead and I will drop this link in this description, so you don't need to worry about like, oh, where can I see this? I can't see this. Okay. Then we're gonna talk about the world's biggest companies. Okay, biggest companies. Everybody knows the world's biggest company. There's no surprise. Google, Apple, and Amazon, right? Or all the FANG stocks, right? Now Tesla's up there, right? They're worth about 807 billion. They're worth way more now. Okay, they're worth all way more now. This is just, like I said, this is 2017 data that I'm using. Richest people, we already know Jeff Bezos, Musk, Jack Ma, and Zuckerberg, Gates, Buffett. They're the richest people, right? California GDP, if you almost look at it, it looks like California and the 50 world's richest people is like kind of almost in not competition, but you can say easily that there's a lot of money in just the 50 people versus the whole California state, right? But California is its own economy. Do not be fooled. I believe it was dubbed the fifth economy. It's its own economy. California is its own economy. I believe it. Fed balance sheet. Well, let's call it the funny money. 4.5 trillion added. I'm pretty sure there's way more now on their balance sheet, but of course, this is something that they just put on a little computer screen and with a whole bunch of zeros and stuff. Anyways, aside from that, currency, 7.6 billion. 7.6 billion. We got China, Euro, and the rest of the world, USA. USA is right there with the rest of the world, where it takes a whole big chunk of the money in the world, okay? Currency. Gold, 7.7 trillion. We know that's, I kind of think that 7.7 trillion is maybe we're like maybe at 8 or 9 trillion, something. Not too much, because again, this is 2017 data, but for me, I've looked at gold. Gold hasn't really gone up too much, not too much. I mean, it hit a high of 2,000 and then it just kind of floated to 1,700-ish. All right, stock market. No surprise, United States takes the global market, right? Or global stock market, right? A lot of good companies IPO in the United States. United States, we're the best buyers in the world, right? that's what you should be thinking. Like, oh, the stock market, United States takes up more than like what, half the chart there. So United Kingdom, Japan, China, Euro, and then the rest of the world. The rest of the world just kind of floats away into death and stuff. But what I'm trying to say here is stock market is 73 trillion. Okay, and then the global money supply, right? Okay, so there's a couple, not a couple, there's two of them. They got the narrow money, total value of the world's easily accessible money. That's about 36.8 trillion. Now, I already know, like we should know already. This data is outdated. There's way more than that right now. Broad money. This is the value, the total value of the world's money is 90.4 trillion. This includes coins, banknotes, money, market accounts, as well as savings and checking and time deposit. So this is like people kind of like a little bit sort of lock it away. This is like money people just kind of lock away. Okay, they lock it, they put it in storage and stuff like that, and it's like assets. There we go, assets. So not necessarily assets, but like I should say liquid assets. There we go, liquid assets. There, that is the broad money. And then, of course, we got the global debt. We got to say global debt. Global debt is for sure, I can tell you, more than 215 trillion. Okay, for sure. Or the trillion is up there. Okay, and then we got the emergency market, emerging markets. Okay, DDPs and all that. Now let's talk about the real estate. This will all make sense at the end. Just please bear with me. Real estate, there's agriculture, and then there's commercial, and then I believe this is residential. These are, yeah, residential. Here we go. So there's a lot of money in real estate. Everybody knows. Majority of like millionaires and slash billionaires, they make their money in real estate. It is you know, you think about it, you buy a house, it's almost like Bitcoin. You buy a house because it's broken down or tear down for, let's say, 60 grand, and then flip it and you sell it for double the price. So there's a lot of money to make in the real estate, but it's a lot of work because you're essentially rebuilding something that's kind of, I don't want to say broken, but it needs work, and you have to, there's a lot of knowledge that goes into real estate. You have to give those flippers a you know, those flippers some credit because they risk their time and money to make something that's crappy to something that's viable. Okay, so this market is about 217. That is real estate. Okay, and then the derivatives. Okay, derivatives, we know right now about derivatives. That's the futures, the corn, the oil, and all that stuff. Okay, this is derivatives. You guys watch this. It's still going. This is derivatives. Still going. And here we are. We're at the lower end. This is still derivatives. And yeah. Okay, so this is the end. This is the end. Finally, we reached the end of derivatives. And this right here is Bitcoin. So can you imagine all of this, where the money is in the world, right? Bitcoin, I'm telling you, is like a penny compared to all this stuff, compared to the derivatives, compared to the real estate. I know that I heard about this one project, I can't remember the name for the life of me, that wants to take on real estate using NFTs to do real estate. So when you buy a non-fungible token, right, it would be the actual real estate, because government has a hard time keeping records. So non-fungible tokens would not have that. So that's a little bit of perspective on how tiny. I'm trying to emphasize here that Bitcoin is tiny in this market. So that is what I'm discussing. Okay. Now I'm gonna go over like the total market cap. Where is Bitcoin? Why? You know, it dropped. Yes, I get it. It dropped. I understand. It went a little bit out of trend. Now it's fighting to get back into that trend. But before we go ahead and discuss about discuss Bitcoin, I do want to show you the total crypto total market cap. Okay, so it's no, if you guys are unaware, like roughly 2 to what 4. Okay, so 2.2-ish billion was liquidated, and there was another 2 million that just people just voluntarily like liquidated. So it's like a total of 4 billion. Okay, that much has exited the market. Okay, that much has exited the market, and now we are re-entering the market. Okay, and as you can see, here we are. We are at 2.33 trillion. Okay, we're at let's say 2 trillion on a total market cap. That's still a bucket. Think about it. I just showed you that data of how much real estate is and how much agriculture is and how much derivatives are. Bitcoin is only 2 trillion. 2 trillion. Okay? That is still a drop. That's still a penny in the bucket. That's still tiny. And we're talking about the next generation of where things are heading. And when I say next gen, I'm talking about like, when NFTs, like play to earn and those things, those will come into, those become assets. Those become assets. Those NFTs do become some type of assets, and they will become applicable in real world. Right? You can't say like, I it's almost like when you do mining for Bitcoin, right? You mine something that was digital initially, and you're probably thinking like, well, how am I supposed to convert this? I need money now, right? Well, I'm saying that will be the same case for NFTs. I honestly think that, because people, especially like the gaming, they're pouring their heart and soul into those play to earn games, and not because they they need the money. I think they're doing this purely for fun. This is purely for fun, and it's the advantage of being early into the space. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is that Bitcoin is still baby, and I project, okay, even though we fell out of trend a little bit, think about it this way to give you a little bit of perspective. We're still at the bottom of the range. Think about it. Bitcoin is at, even though Bitcoin is 50,000 per coin, we're still at the bottom. We're still at the bottom of this range. Okay, I understand what happened during the weekend or during the week was a bit scary, but I'm trying to tell you, have a longer term perspective of where Bitcoin is going and what Bitcoin will eat up in this world. And when I say eat up, I'm talking about maybe potentially taking on, I don't want to say taking on like Apple or Microsoft, and maybe take on Facebook. Maybe take on Facebook. I think Sandbox is working on that. Sandbox and Mana. Speaking of which, I played Decentraland and Sandbox. Game is fun. The game is fun. I had a little bit of hard time with my wrist. I'm definitely that did hurt a little bit. Anyways, so what I'm trying to say is this: if we're at $2.3 trillion, think about all this new money that's going to enter the market. New money. Okay, we're still in this channel. This channel is still valid. Not unfortunately, but still there. Okay, so if we use our ruler, okay, we're looking at least a 226 potential growth going on. Maybe not like immediately right now, but I'm talking about something that's not too far away, actually, in the not, I don't want to say long term, but not too far away. if anything, I think we will just kind of climb up and down here, and then make our way up there to a couple trillion. So that is how I'm looking at Bitcoin. Like I said, I still think Bitcoin is a drop in the bucket. Now, Ethereum. This is the market cap excluding Bitcoin. Okay, so this is without it's everything except Bitcoin. Okay, we're still here in the lower range. Okay, we're still in the lower range, as you can see. This I'm using parallel channels as always to gauge what is going on. What does this look like? Okay, we're still in the bottom of range, and this is why I'm still bullish. Okay, Omicron, the virus thing is, I think that was just a shakeout. And here is total 3. Total 3, like I said, we did get liquidated. There was a lot of liquidations that happened. We're still here. We're still at the baby. We're still at the baby range here, beginning. And this is just now the money exited, and now the money is trying to get back. Oh, no, I can't say trying to get back. The money is re-entering this market. Okay, there was a lot of people just buying, and yeah, I have a shopping list too because I bought too. So here, look at all this. Think about this here. We're at, okay, so this is the crypto market minus Bitcoin minus Ethereum. This is all like, think about this as the altcoins. If we're at 57 billion, think about how much is entering right here. We're at, let's say, let's use something a little bit more conservative. Okay, I'm just for all purpose sakes, I'm using something a bit more conservative. We're here, and let's say we get to this upper channel. Okay, that's 141%, 144-ish percent. And let's say we just kind of trend up and down, and we don't even hit this. Let's say we don't hit this at all. Okay, we're still, how much is this? Billion to this range to 2. Let's say almost 2 trillion. How do you feel about $1 trillion entering the market? How do you feel about that just going into the altcoins? Just going into these altcoins, entering the market. That is what this chart is telling me about. That much money is going to enter the market. That, and we are, if you're watching my channel, we are at the bottom. We're at the bottom of the range. We're still early. We're still early. So you don't have to, like, when you see stuff like, oh, Omicron, or like, oh, it's a, what is it, crash or whatever, just remember where you are. Remember where you are and where Bitcoin is. Okay, where Bitcoin is and all that stuff. Now, because I talked about the market cap, that's the lesson today, market cap. Okay, now we're going to look more stuff to put some perspective. Okay, okay, I'm gonna just go here. Largest companies by market cap. Apple, look at Apple, 2 trillion, almost, let's say 3 trillion here. I know it's not 3 trillion, but Apple, almost like 3 trillion. Microsoft, 2.5 trillion. Google, almost 2 trillion, right? Oil, Tesla, Apple, Amazon, Facebook. These are huge market caps. Are you going to tell me, and we clearly see that Facebook is trying to go into the Facebook, right? Or not Facebook, into not decentralization, into the metaverse. There we go. Into the metaverse. So now they want to, they want growth, obviously. They want growth, and everybody wants a piece of this action. Okay? When you see new money entering into into a market like this, use that action. So, but here's the thing. Apple, Microsoft, look, they're really kind of like sort of mature, even Amazon. Amazon's a little bit on the mature side. Okay, so here's there's a lot of these markets, but here, think about it this way. Think how Bitcoin or these altcoins will eat MasterCard. Think about it. Can you imagine crypto basically eating up MasterCard? MasterCard's going to lose a lot of billions, don't you think so? And then what else? There's Visa. I saw Visa. Visa is definitely. And then there is, was it Comcast? I'm not sure if you guys know. Helium? Helium is basically taking on Comcast. In some sense, they're taking on Comcast. Of course, they're never going to say it like that. They're not saying like, but they're building a decentralized internet network. So think about how crypto can eat up some of this, some of these markets. Let's see. Adobe. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a crypto version of that soon. I don't. Maybe you know about it, but I don't know about it. Alibaba. Come on. Are you gonna tell me there is no crypto market like an Amazon? I don't know about it yet, but I bet you somebody's working on it to have a marketplace that is more crypto friendly and will become kind of somewhat the next Amazon. I bet you there is, especially if we're just going to be working from home. Maybe we won't need too much longer the Amazon and stuff. Maybe we'll just be in the metaverse and buying our food, buying our clothes, maybe through through a metaverse, right? And then there's Walmart. I think Walmart, if they're not entering the metaverse yet, they're lagging them behind already, right? So just think about how much. Here we go, Visa. Think about how much crypto can eat up. Just eat up this market, right? Just totally eat them up. Now let's talk about who owns the Bitcoin. Who owns all these Bitcoins? Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. Okay, they got a lot. They got a lot. Okay. Then there is the Chinese government. This one actually caught me a little bit by surprise because it's just like how does Chinese have Bitcoin when they're like out there banning it and stuff. So that a little bit of perspective on that. Like you think about this and you need a little bit of perspective. The Chinese government owns Bitcoin. The Chinese government who bans Bitcoin. Okay, they ban Bitcoin and they say we don't want you to use our Bitcoin. We want you to use the digital yuan, their digital CBDC thing. So a little bit of perspective. Why would you be selling your Bitcoin when you see Chinese government who bans Bitcoin only to have some? Okay. And then there's Block One. I think everyone knows about Block One. Block One is a Bitcoin. They're kind of like they're a company. Okay. MicroStrategy. No surprise. Everybody knows Michael Saylor is all into Bitcoin. He's just buying. He's doing DCA, so dollar cost average. He's just buying. And then Tesla, he has a little bit, and so you can see some big people. These people are not dumb. These are smart people. Square. What is it? I think I saw Galaxy, yeah, Galaxy Digital. All these people, a lot of people. They only own a fraction. They don't own that much, but they own a lot. They own a lot of Bitcoin. But my point is that what I'm trying to say is that there is a lot of people that own Bitcoin, and they are. I'm actually a little bit worried about Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. I'll be honest. I'm a little bit worried about them. I don't want them to be number one, if anything. Even the U.S. government owns Bitcoin. Come on, why would you be selling your Bitcoin? So what I'm trying to say is, you don't want to be selling your Bitcoin, even though we had that scare just like a couple days ago. Don't sell your Bitcoin. Don't sell your Bitcoin. You're still, think about it this way. You're holding a penny that is gonna be growing 100+% in, I don't want to say a couple years, but literally maybe just, yeah, a year or two. You can see that penny really growing a lot. So don't be selling your Bitcoin. Bitcoin is great, the perfect asset and a growing asset. Okay, so now let's go into market sentiment. Market sentiment is, we got a lot of volume coming in. Now Bitcoin, when I was talking initially, when I first started talking, Bitcoin was about 50 grand. Now it's almost 51 grand. That's pretty good. Oh, just one second. All right. All right. Where is the money going? Okay, it looks like the money is, there is a little bit of money just flowing into Bitcoin. A little bit of money, okay? I don't want to say a little bit of money. Well, a lot of money is going into it. But a lot of things, like, for example, if you guys can remember from last week, I was telling you I was seeing a little bit of money flow out of Sandbox. Now, it's like the little grapes from the vine have got the word that the metaverse is here forever. Okay, the metaverse is gonna stay. So now through the grapevine, okay, through the grapevine, now we have people entering right back into the metaverse. Okay, so yeah, we have some people entering right back into that metaverse. So Sandbox, Mana, Gala, all, this sector is doing really well. So big bounce. Sheeb, I'm not a Sheeb. I know someone's gonna ask me about Sheeb, so that's why I'm going over it. Sheeb is not, Sheeb. Okay, so Sheeb does actually have more fundamentals than Doge, because they have they're building a DEX, a swap, and an NFT marketplace for all the Shibu lovers out there. Rather than it's just Doge. Doge is just kind of like this coin that's floating around on the coin list of coins. Okay. But Shibu is like, I'm sorry, it's a meme coin. The only way I can see Sheeb really rise up is if Robinhood lists them or something silly like that, or they get listed on TD Ameritrade as an ETF, or in Japan as an ETF, or something like that. That's the only way I could see Sheeb climbing up higher. Okay, that's the only way I could see Sheeb going up. And I think literally Sheeb did do what they said they sent out to do, be the Doge killer. They are the Doge killer. They literally flipped Doge. So they got that. They got that title. So, but the question is, how are they really going to stay forever? I don't think Sheep will be there, be around in the next 10 years, for example. But Bitcoin, I can, it's no surprise. I'm going to tell you, Bitcoin's going to be here in the next 10 years. It was here 10 years ago. It's going to be here in the next 10 years. So that is the money flowing. A lot of money flowing. There is actually a little bit of money flowing into Cardano. Finally, we're seeing something from Cardano. A lot of people are just so antsy, like, what's going on with Cardano? And now money finally recognizes that, Cardano is building something. They are building something very unique, very nice and beautiful. And Sandbox is doing the same thing. Sandbox, Link, okay, I'm a big fan of Link actually. I do like Chainlink. Chainlink is, I know I cut out from one of the videos where my voice, I was trying to tell you, like, Chainlink is, think about it this way. Chainlink will connect you to Sandbox, right? It's got to connect you to Sandbox to Facebook, given that Facebook is in the metaverse, okay? Chainlink is literally that link. they literally are that link to put all these things together, and also they're the data, because they're the oracle. Like, it's what spits out all those numbers for the DeFi percentage for the APY. So Link is very good, very good. I don't understand why it's $20. I'm still like a little bit confused. Like, it should be, it's to me it's undervalued. To me it's undervalued. Anyways, that is what I'm seeing in the heat map. A lot of people are excited. Leverage is out. It's time to buy, right? Okay. So oh my God, my thing turned off. Okay. This is not cool. This is not what I was expecting. I charged it too. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Wow. All right. I did not expect it would turn off. I am so sorry. I didn't even touch it. I didn't even touch the camera. I didn't even touch the camera, and the camera turned off. I don't know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Only when I stream do things get a little weird. Okay? Only when I stream do things get weird. All right, let's take a look at Bitcoin again. Let's use our handy tool, the parallel channel. If everyone remembers, I taught you how to do that. All right. Oh gosh, this is literally blinding me now. All right. So we had this scare. Bitcoin did go out of trend. Okay. It is a little bit out of, it is, out of trend. But this is what we needed. We actually needed this because, again, leverage. People, too many speculators. So, if you guys ever wonder what led to the dot-com or the 2008 bubble, the housing market bubble, there was just too much leverage. There's just too much leverage. And when there's too much leverage, it's just gonna be, it is just a fact that things just have to go down. So think of, I know you guys may not like this, but think of the whales that cleaned you out or liquidated you. I know you may, if you were long and you held on to the position. Think of this: you're entering in a healthier market right now because the leverage is mostly flushed out. Mostly, at least I think it may be. Okay, so we're for me, I think this is a buying opportunity, and the way I see this is going is that Bitcoin is going to trend and climb its way back up. So unless we get faked out or something like that, we do have to break this line because this is the trend. Okay, this is the trend. We have to break this line, and when we do, that's when we can see a rally. Okay, given that there is little to no leverage. Who knows? We can climb more when there's less leverage. When there's more leverage, then it's harder to climb. That's just my opinion. Okay, now Let's go over Ethereum. All right. Ethereum held really strong during this dip. My thoughts on this, I think proof of stake will outpace Ethereum. Not necessarily proof of work, like all in general, okay? Not in general, but I do think at one point it's just not sustainable. It's not sustainable. I can't who here uses MetaMask on the Ethereum network, right? I can't use it. I have a hard time using it because it just all it does is suck up gas fees, right? Everyone's complaining about gas fees. And while I'm telling you, Ethereum is just like right there. But anyways, I don't know what to say here. Ethereum held strong, and it is on a bullish path. To my misery and sorrow, I am not a huge fan of not Bitcoin, but Ethereum. I'm sorry. But if you are and you love Ethereum, then yeah, Ethereum is probably more likely to still hit that. First, before we talk about 20,000, we gotta see 10,000. And my camera's going out again. Okay, so we're gonna have to do this without my face. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that off. All right. Nobody hear me, or else I'm gonna have to be in this black box and nobody can see me. Oh, of course, only this happens to you. Only this happens to you. Anyways, all right. So we have Bitcoin. I'm sorry, Ethereum. Now, next up is I actually want to take on. I have a couple of things on my shopping list that I think you guys may actually like. Okay, and I'll explain them very. I'll explain them. So, if you really believe that this like the proof of work narrative is going to go on forever or go on, then we can look at Cardano. Cardano. Cardano, I know I saw this coin literally go from like $1 to 20. It hit a high of 25, but this is a proof of work blockchain. And they're in I would say this is like buying Ethereum before Ethereum became like smart contracts. So this Cardano is working to build. Okay, the only thing is they don't have a DEX. This is a very high risk investment. Just I want to put that out there. This is a high risk investment. So if you are thinking about going into Cardano, I just wanted to let you know that it is the team is working diligently to implement their stuff. But they have a wallet. I do believe the wallet is working. I do recall that there was some problems with the wallet. So like I said, this is a new, I don't want to say new project, but it is still in its early stages. And they are aiming to take market share from Ethereum. Okay. So they are the proof of work, and they are trying to build with Polkadot. And I don't know, this is potentially a rumor, but I think they're gonna try to do a parachain. I'm not too sure. That's just a rumor. Okay, so don't hold me on that. I'm not a financial advisor. Again, like I said, this is a high risk investment. Okay, high risk, high reward. So Cardano, I don't know how to say it. Like, I don't know if it's going to go dip down, but I do think it has a possibility of going back to like maybe 1150-ish. And if you want, that would be a decent. This is the dip that happened. I think maybe like if you can try to get that around 11 or anything like that. But it's still it had that dip. It did hit 25, and now it's like, I believe it is starting to break out, and it might be primed. It may be primed to do a I don't want to say Solana. It might be ready to do either a Solana or a Luna, one of the two. All right, now my next pick, IMX. Okay, so there's a lot of narrative going around with ZK rollups, right? ZK rollups is going to is like the new narrative, is what I'm saying, right? They're the new narrative that is going to help scaling within within ecosystems, right? So they're going to scale, and there's going to be potentially a lot of growth into these. So lower gas fees and lower what was it? Just I'm still baby when it comes to learning this two stuff, but all I know is that these ZK rollups are gonna help scale and maybe eventually just move off from Ethereum. Who knows? Would I say if this is a buy? I don't know, because right now this looks, I don't have enough data to say that it is. I would like to see a little bit more of an up push before buying. So not yet. This is something that I would recommend putting on your radar. And I think you guys already know. This is also a high risk. So if you're trading this, be very, very, very cautious. Do not just ape in, okay? Do not ape. This is you put a little bit of money and then you wait 10 years or 5 years, something like that, okay? Next up, it's no surprise. No surprise. I like DOT. DOT is, I think DOT may pull Kusama, but we're in a different market right now. So DOT is they do pair chains. You can use your DOT to participate in those pair chains. So this is a huge discount. If you guys are into interoperability, then DOT has your back. DOT has your back. Now, and this coin hasn't really run up. It hasn't really run, okay? Nor has Cardano. Cardano hasn't really run up either. Look, I know you're thinking like, well, a week ago or so and so ago, Cardano was $1.20 or $1.30 or whatever, but Cardano is now moving with momentum now. There's a lot of momentum going on after this big flush out. And their Sunday swap may be coming out. Their Sunday swap may be coming out. Their DEX going to come out. And once the DEX comes out, I would imagine seeing this this chart just climb up and defeat the world or something like that. Okay. Next up, this is another chart that I don't think has really run up, but there is a lot of growth there. Arweave. Okay. Arweave hit a high at 85. You're literally getting this at a 50% discount. Arweave is the blockchain that Solana uses to store like NFTs and stuff like that. It's like you pay a one-time fee, it's on the blockchain forever, kind of like that kind of thing. So I think Arweave is a good buy also. And if you wanted to get in on that, if you're lucky, if this can come down to like 43 or 45, that is a steal. That is a steal. Remember, you gotta think 50% off shopping list, right? So I think Arweave is doing pretty good. Now, for you risky people, For you risky people, okay? For you risky people. Okay? Render. Okay, render. 50% discount. 50% discount. Okay? 50% discount. And this is, they are using GPU power to render the metaverse. So if you are really bullish on the metaverse, you need a computation network that is going to render the network, right? So what that means is, like you need something that's going to compute all that data, because every second in the metaverse is computing data. Whether you're turning around or looking at a cup and the lights and stuff, there is a lot of data going into that, and render makes that all smooth. Okay, so render is not bad. A little bit on the risky side. So exercise your caution. Exercise caution all the time. Okay. Now, if you are a investor or lover of investor, I think Polkastarter might be up your alley, right? If you want to participate in IDOs, you need Polkastarter. And Polkastarter has all the new projects. So if you want to invest in early projects, Polkastarter will help you get there. Okay, but you need a massive amount of Polka. I think you need like 250 Polka just to get like one ticket. It's a one lottery ticket. So you get whitelist, you got to apply whitelisted and all that stuff. So Polkastarter. I don't know if this is I don't really consider this as a huge risk, but if Polkastarter goes within these bounds, I'm a buyer. I think this is a good range. Even if you can get it like 340, 350, that's fine. Good project. Really good project. And here, this one is not a metaverse play. This is kind of a little bit like a little bit on the long term kind of play. MNGO market. So they're attempting to make decentralized trading platform, right? So think of it this way: they have a platform, right? They have a platform, and then you can just trade on their platform, right? So that's what they're doing. So it's kind of like a little bit on the DYDX. If you guys know DYDX, that is what they're doing. Okay, that is what they're doing. Similarly, okay, DYDX does use ZK rollups, just FYI. And that's what they're doing. You use their website, you go on the app, and you use your wallet, and you could trade in and out with your wallet. That is what DXDY is doing. Okay. Now, okay, so I'm going into a little bit more riskier stuff, but before I do, or maybe you guys have some questions or concerns or anything. Oh, race. Okay, so people are asking me about race, and okay, so race. All right. Okay, so now I'm opening up the Q&A. Okay, I'm opening up Q&A. All right, I'm sorry. All right, so race. You mean D-race, right? Okay, I think they mean D-race. D-race. What is that? That is meta, not meta. It kind of is a meta, isn't it? Isn't that like online gambling for racing, like you're racing for horses and stuff like that, or dogs, or you're racing like you're competing. It's a little bit like a gambling, isn't it not? Anyone else? Okay. Anyways, this is still a good, this looks like a good opportunity too. It didn't even dip. It barely, okay, I guess it did a little dip, but it didn't do that bad. It didn't do that bad. It didn't do that bad. It did pretty well. It held pretty well during that ugly dip. This actually pretty good. This didn't do that bad. It was already it hit a high of 7. So okay, so this is not a 50% discount. But if you want, this doesn't look like a very bad opportunity. It would, the best opportunity would have been when it's 50% discount. But still, this is looks like a okay zone. But if it does not pass above this line, then it's going to continue on its trajectory going down. Okay. So is it a buy? You need to watch this. You need to watch this. It looks like it could potentially be. It is under. It looks like it is a bit on the underside. But if you're into the metaverse, then yeah, this may be a good time. This may be a good time because you're still catching it there at the bottom. All right. Hero. I did IMX. I did IMX. I think IMX is a risky trade, okay? Because remember, we're speculating here. In fact, okay, here we go. Do you guys see this? Yeah. Okay, here we go. This is ZK stuff, right? IMX is here on this list. I know, immutable X. So maybe there's a lot of value locked in to immutable X. So maybe it is an okay project, right? They're doing NFT and exchange. Unfortunately there's not enough history on the Gate platform to tell me what is a good price, but I think Immutable X is not a bad project. You do need to watch it. I would be watching this project very closely if you're going to buy Immutable X. Now, someone's asking me about Hero. Man, Hero just barely dipped, didn't it? It held strong. Okay, so when a coin holds strong, that is not really a bad time. That's not really a bad time to buy and stuff. If you're lucky to get it around 17-ish in this region, you are sitting very pretty. You're sitting very pretty. So that might not be a very bad potential buy. Actually, I'm going to narrow that down a little bit because this is a penny. I don't want to say penny stock, but penny crypto-ish. So if you're lucky, try to get around this range. It is trending down, but I see a lot of relative strength there. A lot of strength. So my guess, okay, what we could be saying is that there's a lot of liquidity that didn't get filled. This is going to trend. This is going to kind of bleed down a little bit. Okay, this will bleed down a little bit. And when it does break this trend, then yeah, you go, if you want, you can go ahead and buy it if you want. Is there any Harvest Finance? I don't know the ticker for that one, guys. So I can't say. I'm really running a little bit long on this stuff. Okay. So now okay. There is some dough. Oh, someone's asking me about Doe? What is that? I don't know what that coin is. I'm sorry. I don't pay attention to projects that are going to just do nothing for the next generation of people. Okay. Dogs of Doe coin is different. Doe is 30. Okay. So I don't know anything about the Doe. Sorry about that, guys. Someone's asking me about Harvest. Okay, I'm going to look at Harvest Festival. I don't know. Harvest Festival. This is my last one, guys. So it must be farm, right? It's farm. Okay, harvest. Okay. Oh, harvest is oh, this chart doesn't look very pretty. This chart does not look very pretty right now. Right now, harvest is bleeding. Harvest is bleeding. Okay. Here. Harvest is bleeding. So I don't know. Is this a good project? What do you think? Good projects don't just dive under like this. Okay. If it does, here, I'll even look this up on the hourly chart. Am I reading this right? It's $100. It's $100. 103. Man, this chart is not very pretty. This is not a very pretty chart. I do not, as a TA, I would not want to be in this chart. This is a chart that's screaming to me like I may go lower and all that. I do not like this chart. I am sorry. I do not like this chart. It is, I think it might be a little bit too illiquid, maybe a little bit too illiquid. So that is a no. Okay, so what is the new name for TA? No, I don't know about that one. So that is it. I am so sorry about my camera. Last week it was my microphone, and now this week it's the camera. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope that you took away something from this. I hope you guys got a good idea about the market cap, where we're heading, and how you can plan these long terms. Put a little bit money. I don't want to say I am a financial advisor, but I'm not. But it's okay to take some small little bets. Take little small bets. Immutable X, the ZK, ZK rollup. That might be not a bad bet. The metaverse, I don't think that's a very bad bet either. Remember, the idea is if you're here and you're using Gate is because you are not only are you a trader, but you're also somewhat of an investor. So you're trying to put a little bit of money in and then see it grow. That's the idea, right? You buy when nobody cares about it or when it's low, and then you sell it. So those were my picks. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thank you, and you guys have a good day. And that'll be it. All right. So take care and bye.